I had a bad experience with the Disney room inspections where the room attendant was really creepy and speaking to me in an inappropriate way. I mean, he came to the room and like one of the things he asked me was if I had Haitian in me. It was like really weird. So as you know, I had a not so good experience at Disney World the last time I went there. I went to Disney in March of 2022. Yeah, March of 2022. And I was there for a week. I stayed there at Port Orleans Riverside Resort for about 8 nights. And it was just kind of like a weird experience. I had one bad experience after another. I had rude staff members that were in the food court. I had a bad experience with the Disney room inspections where the room attendant was really creepy and speaking to me in an inappropriate way. I mean, he came to the room and like one of the things he asked me was if I had Haitian in me. It was like really weird. Obviously, no one can come back in the comments and be like, it's perfectly normal for the Disney room attendant doing your Disney room inspection to ask you if you have Haitian in you. That is not normal. It's not normal for someone to be speaking to you in a weird, creepy way. It has nothing to do with the Disney room inspections. Like I had like a lot of bad experiences. I had that happen. I had a bad experience using the DAS system where the guy essentially pretended to take my photo and to re-register me for DAS because I've used DAS for years there. So, and that ended up getting corrected, but it was like a whole thing. I had to go to guest services twice, you know, just to have them correct something that he did, and then they were apologizing. So I had multiple bad experiences. What I'm experiencing most about Disney is like, I think you would actually refer to it as like almost like a trauma bond. Like, you know, I remember Disney World. I've been going to Disney for years and years and years, and unfortunately the environment at Disney has changed over the years. It's just not the Disney that I knew, that a lot of people have known, and I don't think that that's any surprise in this video saying that. I think a lot of people are aware the Disney that once was really is not the Disney of today. So as like trauma bonds go, I tried to make it work again, and I actually booked a 3-night trip back at Port Orleans, Labor Day coming up, and I just canceled it. It's not that I'll never go back there again. It's just that I booked it kind of like in this cloud state where I told myself like it was going to be a really great experience and I'm looking forward to being there. And then the first reason that started to go through my head, like what am I doing after I had given the deposit, was the heat. It is just brutally hot. I live in Miami and I've been going back and forth from here up to Orlando to do vlogs and stuff like that, and the heat is brutal. I even read like a vlog that like people are like thinking it's even hotter at Disney World as compared to other places, maybe the way it's built, I don't know, like the floor or something. I've read all these different blogs. I don't know if it's true or not that like the heat can be even more intense. Maybe it's just that you lose track of time and you're not drinking water, but you know, it is a brutally hot iguana. It's a brutally hot experience going to Disney World or even Universal for that matter, because you're walking around a swamp. As much as Disney would like to tell you you're having this super elegant experience, you know, for that matter, you stay at the Grand Floridian or whatever, the reality is you're staying at a swamp that's been, you know, turned into a theme park. And the heat is no joke in Disney. It can be very intense. People have gotten heat exhaustion. People get heat stroke in the parks, and the summer is pretty much unbearable there. And I remember there was a summer years ago. I was there, actually, ironically, at Port Orleans Riverside, and I actually had to check out of the resort because it was so hot. You could not get from the room to the food court and back. That's how brutal the temperatures were. So the heat was a very big reason in canceling, because I said to myself, oh, I'm going to go for like a 3-night like staycation, and I'll go to Disney Springs and I'll walk back and forth between the two resorts, the two, I guess, segments of the resorts, French Quarter and Riverside. And I realized I can't do that because it's so hot that you basically can't be outside. You have to be like indoors. And I don't even, the last time I was there, and that was another thing I was reading in blogs, I didn't even find that the inside was that cool anymore. It's almost like the air conditioning wasn't like maybe being turned up as much, And I went in March and it was not particularly cool in the food court or the gift shop area. So now in the summer months where it's hotter, it's like 10 degrees hotter than it was then, I could only imagine how hot it would be in the lobby and everything. So the heat was a huge factor in canceling. And the other thing I was thinking about was the cost of it. The cost was cheaper than normally probably because of the heat and people canceling, but still, over $100 more than, for example, staying at one of the moderate hotels at Universal Studios. So I'm still planning a trip for Universal Studios in the next couple months. I have that reservation still booked. And that was something I was excited about doing because I have never, as far as I can remember, I've never been to Universal Studios Orlando. I've been to the one in LA once, but that was many years ago. I don't remember it. And if I've been to the one in Orlando, which I don't believe I have, then I certainly don't remember ever being there. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. I'm glad that I still have that reservation. I'm glad I didn't cancel my deposit on Universal Studios because it's a much longer trip that I have booked. It's somewhere that I've never been before, and it's kind of like seeing it for the first time and trying something different. And yeah, I'm just kind of, I think a lot of people have the same attitude. We're struggling with realizing that the Disney that you knew is no more. It's not. I mean, Disney was the type of place in years ago where, as comical as it was, you dropped your ice cream cone on the floor in the food court and a floor manager came rushing over and got you a new ice cream, and then you'd see little like touches of magic where like they'll give like a stuffed animal to someone in the food court, just these different things to make someone stay magical. And that is no more. Basically, you could have the worst experience ever, go to customer service, and they'll be like, I don't care. That's how they are now. It's just that kind of, I guess, what was called escapism, where you went to Disney and like everything was like out of like a movie. That is no more. And I'm realistic that those are employees and those are real people, but that was the level of service that you used to get at Disney. Even with those people being regular people, that was the level of service you got, and now you're being treated pretty badly, in my opinion, especially considering the amount of money that you're spending at Disney World. Let me be clear, I don't hate Disney World. I wish that it was a better experience. I wish it was more the Disney that I knew from years ago, that cared more, it felt, about customer service and how they treated their guests and making it a magical experience. I do watch Disney vloggers, I watch their live streams because I like kind of reminiscing and pretending about how the way Disney used to be. But what ends up happening is you watch like a vlog or a Disney vlog or something like that, and then you end up going and it's really not, it ends up not being so magical, especially if the Disney vlogger is not being authentic about the experiences there. In other words, I value authenticity. I value the type of vlogger that could go in and tell you the aesthetics of this resort is beautiful. I will always say that Port Orleans Riverside is beautiful. It's a beautiful aesthetic resort that has a lot of opportunities to do things. Take a walk, take the bike thing that you can rent, the horses. It's a beautiful resort, but the experience there is a whole other thing, which has been not the best. And I hope that changes with a lot of their policies and just like, I don't know, like better service. And I've been noticing with Disney vloggers, even them who are people that promote Disney constantly, and I'll tell you it's the most magical thing ever. I'm honestly seeing when they're vlogging or live streaming that they're not being treated well, honestly. You'll see a live streamer I was watching the other day, and she was waiting for the monorail, and they could tell that she was live streaming, and they closed the door on her and made her wait another 20-25 minutes for a next monorail. And it was like, that's with the person being live, that's with the attendants knowing she's live streaming, that's with them probably knowing which vlogger she is, and they don't care. They don't care. And it's like, with all the positive things that these vloggers have to say about Disney, you would think they would actually be treated better, but that doesn't seem to be the case. But yeah, I wanted to just like touch base with you guys and tell you that I actually had booked a 3-night impromptu stay. I was like, oh, I want to get out of town. There's a nice holiday coming up, and I canceled. I canceled like 2 days later. It's funny, like I see my like deposit and then I see like a negative because I got it back like the next day, and it's not a good experience. And the heat was a major factor. The cost on top of it, in other words, heat cost. It's like what am I doing? Heat being like probably 80% of the reason for canceling, and so yeah. But I still have my Universal trip booked, and I am a pass holder still at Disney, so who knows if I will there's jet skis, who knows if I will you know, try to book something in the future. I'll let you know, guys know, if I do. But the next trip that I have booked, and I still have it booked, is for Universal Studios, where I guess I'll buy probably one of the preferred passes. That way I don't have, like, you know, the blockout dates or anything like that. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit about some stuff that I'm doing, and I've also been posting a lot of shorts on this channel. Hope you guys are liking those, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And it is super hot here in Miami, so I'm probably gonna go back inside with the air conditioning and edit this. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon in my next video, and bye.